Did you know that a sharp lawnmower blade can actually make your grass look nicer and greener? It's true. A dull blade like this one is actually going to tear your grass rather than cut it, and it's going to make the tip of the grass yellow. So what we're going to do today is we're going to sharpen this blade in two different methods and show you how you can do this at home with some just basic hand tools. I always like to start by just using a little wire brush and getting rid of any of the dead grass or debris that's on the blade so that you can actually see what you're working with. And then we can talk about what's important and how to sharpen it. Something to keep in mind when you are grinding your blade, you want to make sure your blade stays nice and strong. So always make sure that you grind a little bit more at the tip than you do over here at the root of the blade. Kind of like a very slight angle, making sure that it stays strong and if in the event you hit anything. The other thing you want to do is you want to try and follow the original angle that has already been cut into the blade. Makes it a lot easier for you. So the first method we're going to be talking about is on a bench grinder. This is probably a tool that most people have in their garage. On my bench grinder, I've got a coarse bit and a finer grit. So we're going to be using the finer grit for this because you want to have it nice and sharp. And other than that, this is about the only tool you need for this particular type of sharpening. I always recommend if you're going to be doing anything like this, make sure you wear your safety protection, eyeglasses, some earmuffs, and some gloves, because I want you guys, my cool subscribers, to be watching me for a long time. After the grinder is up to speed, you're going to want to do nice smooth passes from one end to the other, and repeat that until the blade is nice and sharp. This is what we have with the bench grinder. I've labeled it bench so we can compare later. But the next method that I want to use is with an angle grinder. So with an angle grinder, we're going to have to put the blade into a vise so it's nice and secure. And then with just a regular grinding disc and an angle grinder, we're going to do the same thing as we would over here. We're going to follow the original angle and then just do sweeping passes front to back until the blade is nice and sharp. So on my right, we got the bench, and on my left, we have the angle grinder. Both results are very similar, but you're not done there. You still need to balance it. You can either purchase a balancer like this, you can find them on Amazon, or you can even use just a nail, put it in the vise or in the wall, and make sure that your blade sits level. If it's heavier one side than the other, grind that side. Comment down below which method is your favorite, or do you have your own favorite?